Yeah, I can hear you. Good. It's perfect.
Now,
And you can just look on and see if glitch does go out. Facebook.
hold on just a second.
Well, it's not. It looks like it's fine to me on the no.
Maybe it's because it's on the Wi-Fi or whatever, and because it's so many people on it, but I turned it off. So
Okay, well, just look on the other one now and see how it's coming up. Did you just? I just saw you grab something. Did you just grab something? You know who else would I be talking to? I just said, did you quickly grab something?
yeah, mine. The last bit of that stuff was
Oh yeah, it was quick. Well, let me know how I'm showing up on your glitching or it's a delay or anything. Okay. Just don't let it do like it did the last one. You hear me? Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to find the remote control for Harlow, but I don't know where the heck it went. I had moved my desk from the living room. I keep a desk in the living room and one in my office, but I drug my desk into the bedroom to do Sipping Live because Harlow's in there eating. I don't know where the heck the remote is to the Roku. Hey guys.
Well, today hopefully it's no glitching. I was, normally I don't even talk, and I'm talking in the back like, hey, figure this out, because the last week it glitched so much. I would have preferred to have stopped and come back in, because it just it was crazy. Yours was fine, but I'm like, if I'm glitching like that, tell me, take me off, because it's distracting. So hopefully this will be a straight one through the pros and cons of it all. It's what it is.
FYI, Harlow was in the other room saying hi. Because we're talking. She's like, hi. My daughter.
It's like,
the character. I don't even know what to do with her at this point. The character. How's everyone doing this evening?
This is making me laugh because my dog, he should be in the room before this starts, but he literally, if you see the curtains move behind me, he's like hidden behind me. It's a game now. Like, I'm not going, but
let him be famous. Get him up on here so he can make some money too. Stop keeping him behind us. Let us see that dog so he can get his own Instagram page.
It's gonna be a problem.
And start getting his brand deals. Let him live.
He started making noise.
Let him live. Let him get his deal.
He's like, I want to be where I don't want to be in the room. We'll see what happens. He started making noise. I'm gonna shut it down, and he's gonna have to go. He just got tricked for a treat. Trick or treat. He just got lured with a treat, and now he's gonna get snatched. Put in the room.
What's your dog's name? Houston. Damn, Houston. Your mama ain't gonna let you live. She ain't gonna let you be in the spotlight.
What? Oh man, it feels like it's the beginning of the week, it feels like it's the end of the week, not the beginning for me. It feels like it's ending. We had so much rain. Literally today it rained. Supposed to be no more rain, but it's been raining all last week. Just rain, like floods. Right? I'm just like,
it's been crazy out there. I've been keeping up.
I built for this,
especially up north.
California girl. Like, I want to go outside.
I was like, Cali was in the drought for years, and all of a sudden there's no more drought.
And I go out in flip flops when it's cold. If I want to go to the store or something, but I can't wear those when it's raining. So I was feeling some type of way. I don't even want to go drive out anywhere when it's raining. I use the Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh. Then I use the Whole Foods Fresh, where I go pick it up. And I laughed so hard. I don't know if you've ever done it with Whole Foods. I ordered 8 items, just some meat, some onion. It was just different things. They put every item in one bag, one big brown paper bag. So they gave me, I'm sorry, it was like my meat, 2 things of meat was in one bag. Then there was an onion. I had like 6 brown paper bags that were folded and sealed. And I'm like, no,
That's
why?
how they do it fresh too. If it the First of all, that's wasting, even if you're using paper. But if it's a produce type, it's in its own bag. If it's meat, it's in its own bag. If it's frozen, it's in its own bag. Even when you do Instacart and stuff, they'll tell you these have to be like things in their separate bag.
No,
Well,
it was
it's
just
like,
such
look,
a waste. It's like,
I can see put the meat in its own bag because the
that's what
blood
they
and
have.
stuff, all that other shit. The frozen food ain't going to harm the produce or the fruit
I was over
or
it.
anything
It was my
else,
first
you know.
experience with doing that. Like I've done a pickup before with Ralph's where I've had them bring it out to the car or whatever. It was interesting. I was like, all these bags for 8 items? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's why y'all getting all that rain. Climate control. You better get control of what y'all doing in the environment.
So what are you guys drinking on tonight? And
I have this Behringer's. I have their red one that was double barreled or barrel aged, bourbon barrel aged. So I thought I'd try the Chardonnay. And yeah, it's almost gone. But I got another bottle. Mind you, I haven't really drank in a few weeks, to be honest. And when I got this, I had to come up and cook dinner and stuff. So, bitch, I was drinking while I was cooking. Okay? And yeah, this shit's almost gone because I've been sipping, but I do have my other one. And so,
yeah. Hey,
we here.
Phase 21. She said, I'm happy to catch you live.
Oh. And someone just brought some tequila, so I don't know. I might pour a little shot in here. Who knows? I'm just, you know, I'm just here. I'm just going to put a little in this glass.
I can't.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I see you, Stage 21. Happy New Year. Thank you. And I'm glad you're here on this live.
Happy New Year.
And I saw at Meredith Grass said she's drinking some green tea. That's always good. That's always good.
Mm-hmm. What you sipping on today?
I feel like such a baby when I come behind you. I'm just having some deliciously sweet wine, fruit infusions. That's 8.5%.
Because I'm a bitter bitch. I'm still trying to come up with a name for you. A sweetie TD. A sweetie, I don't know, but I'm a bitter bitch. I'm still thinking up a name for you.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna pour up my glass. I have no PSAs, but let's go ahead and pour up so we can dive into this transparent, fun, interesting conversation. You can kick us off. Are you getting, before we raise our glasses? I think I said it already, but I still feel like it happened so fast. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Cheers. Cheers. Okay. That's so good, just the way I like it. Sweet. It's gonna do what it needs to do. I'm such a baby. Are you going? What bowl are you dipping into, Elle, to get us started?
I'm gonna be in some spicy tonight.
Journey of a Legend says sweet beet.
Sweet bee. Are you a bitter bitch or a sweet bee? A bitter bitch or a sweet bitch?
Mm-mm.
What's your PSA for tonight?
I actually didn't have anything too crazy happen other than those bags that they have for the Amazon. And I've been staying in the house because it was so much rain. But I'm ready to dive into the conversation. Like I didn't have any PSA. That's kind of good because sometimes that takes me off topic.
I don't have a PSA, but the Saturday I slept a lot because Friday Harlow was randomly throwing up. She had a bug or something. She's never thrown up in almost 2 years. And she had a bug or whatnot. So on Saturday, I did some things, and then me and her were in the bed by like 5 o'clock, and we were just out. It's just been a weekend. PSA, it's been a fucking weekend. If you're a mom, you know what I'm saying, especially the new moms, it's been a weekend. Journey of a Legend said I'm glitching.
No, not anymore.
Am I still glitching?
You're good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's been a weekend.
Well, we're gonna rock out and make the most of it today. I'm so glad it wasn't rain. You doing spicy or mild?
I'm gonna get in my spicy bowl. I feel like I got my spicy bowl in a while. Okay. So I was on, I don't know, Instagram or TikTok, and this I don't know if he was an NBA player or NFL player, something Eddie Curry or something. And he was saying how he has to pay $1 million in back child support. But he said that he was paying his baby's mama money every month. He was giving her a decent sized check. But the state of Illinois said, well, you didn't pay us. You didn't pay it through us. He believed her. So he was just sending to her every month. But he had proof too at court. Cashier's check and everything. Like showing like I have been paying her child support. And they said, well, you didn't pay us. You didn't pay it through us. You didn't pay us. So they hit him with like $1 million like child support thing. And he was saying like, well, I believed her, you know, so I was putting the money. Now she's coming after his pension. Fucked up, right? So my question is, well, I got a few questions to be honest. Because even whether you got money or not, I noticed a trend of men who don't fight back because they're quote unquote baby mamas like, well, you're not going to see your kid. Well, you're not this and you're not that. When it's like, okay, because at the end of the day, if you don't let him see his kid will eventually resent you at some point. So I guess my question is, I don't even know what the fuck my question is. Like, bitch, know who the fuck you laying your ass with. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up situation. I don't even know what question I want to pose to this scenario because I have so many things going through my mind because I see this happening a lot where men don't fight for their rights as a father because they feel like the women hold so much power, like they can take so much from them. When if you have your stuff in order and you take care of your kid, you shouldn't fear that this woman is going to keep you from your kid or that you can't fight back. So I guess my question is, why is it that men have a fear of fighting back to the woman that they decide to lay down with and have kids with and not fight? Why is it like, I'm just going to give it up, like, fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what question you want me to say, but why do they give up and not fight back? Why give the mother of their child all the power? And I'll say this is to the fuck shit, because I know there are people who work with the fathers of their child, and the fathers work with the mothers of their child to have something that is beneficial to the both of them. But for the fuck shit, why give all your power? What are you so afraid of that you can't fight for your rights? You know what I mean?
It makes sense what you're saying.
Because this is something you see a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I don't care if you were an ex-football player, even if you down to Johnny on the block, bitch, you just be giving up your rights. Like,
I don't to the very start of like the conception part. First of all, I think that a lot of men are thinking with the wrong head.
Hold on, Vera,
I'm glitching.
You're glitching. You're glitching. Go ahead.
Oh, that's interesting. You're glitching. Mm-hmm. It's
Really?
all etched up over there.
Fucking
yeah. Am I glitching still now?
Oh, you're good now. Am I good?
Okay. I feel like it starts with originally, I think I don't think they're selecting for that initially. So I think they're thinking with the head between their legs and not the head on their shoulders. And so that's the selection process. You said, why don't they want to go up against these women? I think they don't even, I think some of them know. I think a lot of them don't know what they're going to be dealing with later on down the line. And I saw Journey of a Legend put a comment there that it's the system that makes it difficult, not so much the mother. But I think it is the mother at some point because the court.
Because if she puts him on child support.
I feel like this. You shouldn't have to involve the system with a person you lay down with. It's unfortunate it happens, and that's when you lay down with a certain type of person, and they feel like they want to exercise the legal system, and and use that type of stuff as a power play, a power move for you. It's unfortunate, but it goes back to the woman you lay down with. That's how I look at it. Because if I can't, in all transparency, I went through a divorce. And when I filed for divorce, they told me that I needed to file for child support. And I was like, I don't want to do child support. They're like, you need to put it a part of there just at some point. If he decides not to do what he's supposed to do, you have this in place. And I said, well, what happens after that? Oh, well, in the event that he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, you can let us know. And then you just keep track of wherever he's working. And when you tell us he's working, then we'll contact him. So it's like, not that I cared about that part, but I'm like,
that's a 9 to 5, bitch. That's a 9 to 5.
I'm not going to chase anybody to take care of what they made with me. If you don't want to help care for your child, you got to deal with that later on in life. You know what I mean? I never felt like I wanted to chase this dude down or constantly remind him or have his checks garnished or report to the courts where he's working so his checks can be garnished so he can pay. So I think that they didn't go in knowing it was going to be that way. And at that point, it's almost like if you show up to, you said I'm echoing? Okay.
Yeah, now
it's like if I show up, unprepared for something, it's a party. I show up without the snacks or whatever. I didn't know I was supposed to bring this stuff. I came just to party, if that's a good example. They're coming, some of them are coming for sex and, not any of the other stuff. And then there's sometimes a relationship just goes bad and you just, the woman can be bitter and she's just going to make it, complicated for you. But I feel like, I know it's different state to state, but I've never seen where, because you didn't pay it through them, if he showed them all of his, checks that were cash, like he had proof that he's been taking care of it, why am I paying you? You don't have to, it sounds like they wanted to be paid to mediate. It sounds like she got them involved and then she was doing a side thing with him. And then she got mad and went to them and was like, he didn't pay. Once he showed the burden of proof that he paid, it should have been done. It shouldn't be, well, you didn't go through us. Was he ordered to go through them? If the court orders you through mediation to do anything, whether it's visitation, whether it's because you guys can't come to some sort of agreement or terms, we're going to make sure that everything is fair and done, this way. We're going to create some structure for you since you won't create it for yourself. So when you pay her any money, you pay it through this you know, this system, and then that's
Yeah.
how she gets the money, and that's how we keep track of it, and that's how we make sure everything's fair. So it sounds like he didn't do something he was ordered to do, and they were in place, and that's why he's paying, because I've never heard of anything where a person has to pay.
Well, he said that he takes the blame because he believed what she was telling him. And he should have, what he should have done though is like, I check everything everybody tell me. I don't take nobody's word.
The part that's confusing is, you said he believed what she was telling him. It doesn't matter. If she was saying, you know, you don't have to pay me through the courts, just pay me directly and I'll report it to them. Once she screamed, he's not paying me, he's not, you know, fulfilling, you know, the obligation or, you know, the terms of whatever you guys put in place, and she had him brought to court. Once he furnished the documents showing I've paid this, it should have been like, okay, it's time, because it shows that she lied. I don't understand why.
So when there's back child support involved, does the court or the state
how is it back child support if I've been paying?
But just say someone does pay back child support, does the court, or when they pay child support and when they pay back pay, does the court get a percentage of what you pay? Like when they say this is what you need to pay monthly, do the court or the state of whatever state you're in get a percentage of what you pay?
Oh,
this is just a question. I don't know how it works. And also for them to be like, get on court, get on the, you know, we going to mediate, and y'all, this is what you need to pay this woman, because my cousin was getting paid $10 a month in child support.
And see, something like that would be insulting to me. I would want to go off on the judge. Like, don't play with me. I came in here for this.
Like, what the fuck? $10 a month? What the fuck is that doing for me? And I'm not even exaggerating, like literally. Like, me and my cousin was roommates. I seen it in person. He was working at Toys R Us before they closed back in the day.
See, that's
like 11 years ago.
I would be frustrated that I was standing in court for that type of ruling. Don't you wasting my time. Yeah. That's not even an hourly wage. Don't play with me like that. I would have been upset.
Me. Yeah. I mean, I be having so many questions with this child support bid. I mean, if you can keep the stuff out of the court system and you guys can be amicable and come up with some kind of solution to where the kid is, to where it mutually benefits the both of you and the kid is still being taken care of, I just feel like that is the best bet. Because once you get the courts involved, it's like,
well, here's the thing, and this is harsh. It might come across very harsh. In a perfect world, you know, I know everybody's not checking and stuff. I got with somebody and had 2 children and wasn't with them anymore. This is to all the women, and this would be a PSA. When you open up your legs, now you are putting yourself in a position where you can have a child. You need to see that through. Like, if I had to parent this child by myself for the rest of their lives, I'm signing up for that. Anything he does is extra. He could die. It's not his goal to die, but stuff happens. As a woman, you already start off being the one that's pregnant. You got 9 months to go through, whether you gestational diabetes, be aware of that, prenatal pills, your skin is changing, you can't drink, you better take care of yourself. You already out the gate. You have fun making it, hopefully, you know, but you got to go into labor by yourself. Even that part, he's standing there giving moral support. This is no dig on a man. This is what I'm saying to women. Understand and if they would understand the value of the vagina, when I open up my legs and we have sex, this is fun, but I am putting myself in a position where I could possibly be pregnant by you? Would I want to be in that type of relationship and dependent on you? And if you die, am I willing to shoulder the weight? That seems like a lot to think about when you really want to get it in. Like, I'm really just trying to get it in. I'm not thinking about all that, but I think you should, because they have all this stuff I've never seen. This is total such hard times getting pregnant. But I think it's from all these plan Bs you can pop, from all these, different birth controls you can be on. Somehow it's messing up the system. There are people that are like, I've been trying for 5 years. We're trying to have a baby. I've never heard that when I was growing up, that somebody was trying to have a baby. And these are perfectly healthy people. These are people that are young. It's like, yo, you're trying to have a baby? You trying not to have a baby when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? You were like, I don't want a kid.
Yeah.
So all these different things come into play. If I know after I lay with a dude, I need to be popping plan Bs. If I know after I lay with a dude, I'm sweating bullets because I'm like, oh, I hope
bitch, $35
be pregnant by this guy. That's a red flag. You might want to kind of sit down and reevaluate your life, because you might end up having to be the irritating extra baby mama because of who you laid down with. He's not doing what he's supposed to do, and you got to go through the courts, and that's why you guys can't be amicable or have these conversations, because it was never you was trying to get yours in, and he was trying to get his in, and it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I see Journey of Legends at IG trying to sabotage y'all. Y'all are glitching through experts.
I know, I was just typing glitching. Like, why all of a sudden nothing is different on my end?
It did it to me all the last one. It was the whole sipping line, and now it's you. So do you want to go out and come back in?
Yeah, let me go out, but before I go out, because I don't want to leave our comments, let me just read the comments.
Okay.
And we can go. I didn't know if we knew. Stage 21 says she was drinking Sky Vodka, Mike Cranberry, and that we are looking good. Thank you, girl. I got my little 20 inches on today. Journey was Dave L. LOL, you gonna be out of there. Okay. Journey of Legend said it's not the women. It's not that the women have so much power. It's a system that makes it difficult in certain states. And he was just saying it might be the weather that's making the issues. He said the fact that y'all are women and don't know how child support works is funny and lovely to men's ears, LOL. Stage 21. I only know from the outside looking in with people I know personally. A few situations. Stage 21 said it costs $25 to park at the courthouse. Boy,
for the $10, right? Yeah.
Bitch, for real. And that's not even in the gate.
I would have been mad with the judge. Like, are you serious? You made me wait and waste my time for $10 a month? What am I gonna do with that? That's crazy. That's like, that was.
They gonna make sure you use up your meter money.
The guy had to be in cahoots with the judge or something. Like, they laughed about that.
I'm just like, dang, in a perfect world, you would think that you could be amicable. But then I know there be some men that be on some fuck shit, and then there be women that be on some fuck shit. And, how do you just don't know. I remember seeing something on Instagram maybe 2 years ago. This woman, she purposely was having babies with different men. And she broke it down because she was like, yeah, when you have a baby with different men, you get this much back versus if it's the same man with the same child, you don't get as much money. Like, she was breaking the whole thing down. Like, I never heard anything of such sorts, but she was literally breaking down. She was like, yeah, because I'm going to have to find the video. She had like 4 or 5 kids, and she said she had them each with different men. because she gets more money that way versus when you have it with the same man, you don't get as much money. So she like paid up. And it's tax season and motherfuckers getting money. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I got a kid, and guess what? A bitch's tax return coming back next month.
Well, the thing that throws me is because I saw Brittany Renner's, I always mess her name up. Yeah.
Renner, Grinder, whatever the fuck her name
was
is.
Advertising on her page. You know, I see different stuff. She's like, it's stepdaddy season. I'm looking for a stepdad. You know, if you know, you could take pictures with him, sit him on your lap, you know, whatever. Like, I'm looking for a stepdad. And I was told that I have to lower the bar. So I'm checking my DMs now, you know, and my kid, you know, they'll know. They'll judge the character, but I'm looking for a stepdad. And I just was like, I feel so bad for the children that are born out of this craziness. Like you said, they on some fuck shit. Literally, they on some fuck shit. They fuck, and then it's like these kids come, and I don't care how much child support you're getting. When you know someone is doing what you said she's doing, and you get this much, those kids are not benefiting from that. You know, they're not that the money's not going to put them in extracurricular activities or make sure they have this. Yeah, this great life. It's like all that shit. Brittany Renner is asking for, thanks, Journey of a Legend, $200,000 a month from a bank. No, I want to know.
For what?
If you weren't. No, if
what
you
need that much for?
That type of money before you laid down with him, why would you fix your lips or your fingers to write and ask for that type of money? It's like, I feel like, I don't care if it's because that's what he can afford. You don't have to raise a child on $200,000 a month. Are you crazy? How have you been raising yourself? And you should have factored that in. They need to create some sort of, like they have the food pyramid. They need to create a pyramid for rearing your child. And then the parents have to come together and say, we want this type of schooling, this type of whatever. But at the bare minimum, if they have regular school, they're fed, a regular lifestyle, because you still, I mean, I get it, the dudes did some dumb shit or whatever, but they're the ones that put their talents to use to go to the NBA. You opened up your legs, let him come up inside you, and now you want to go and broker some deal to get paid like you did all the hard work.
And when you're no longer with him, then you don't deserve that. That's no longer your lifestyle, honey. But you go back to whatever the fuck you were at prior to. When you are no longer with the man with the lifestyle, but this is no longer your lifestyle.
But it was never their lifestyle. It was never their lifestyle. They slept with these men. You know, they slept with them. They weren't married to them. They weren't in long-term relationships, and they can produce, you know what I'm saying, as they say, the receipts that show I was in relationship with this man for 3-4 years. I was accustomed to this lifestyle. I was helping him. I was meal prepping while he was at practice. There needs to be something there.
Bitch, you don't know.
Well, I feel like what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you, even if you're upset because of his lack of interest, he don't want to be with you no more, and now you're like, I got a baby, you need to, realistically, you should have been prepared on some deadbeat shit. But furthermore, when you go to the courts, they need to have some sort of scale. You got to start at the bottom. If you don't have a relationship with this man, it needs to be put out there on record that we had a one-night stand. We were fucking. We had sex. And and as a result of that, I have a child. Okay, let's look at that on the pyramid. This is the regular standard of life. This is what you realistically can have, you know, each month. And this will help you take care of your child. In addition to what you're going to come and do. You can't just put it all on him. It's two parents. Y'all both lay down. So he's going to contribute based on if they went to public school. Not, I want him to go to the best school because his dad is 50 Cent. No. You were banking on that. What's your lifestyle? What do you do? They need to look at what the woman does. Where do you work? I know you opened your legs to this man, but where do you work? Were you in position to have a kid? Did you think about that? No, you went in there with the intentions to get pregnant by somebody that's put in the time, effort. I don't care if they fucking a bunch of broads. That's what he does. What do you got going on? And what are you going to contribute as the other parent? If they would start doing that, they would stop that shit. Women would not keep taking these men to court and putting, I got a baby, paternity test on these dudes. But the dudes keep being stupid, and then the courts are awarding these women these ridiculous amounts of money that they never could have gone and gotten. They weren't getting it on their own, and they keep popping these babies out. They need to put something in place. I feel like they're padding the judge's pockets on the back end because this stuff keeps happening. It's like a perpetuated cycle. It's like, no, if they would start to make these women have to prove, okay, what do you do? We need your income to be put up here as well. But did you submit that along with his? Well, he plays for the Lakers. Who do you play for? Who do you play for?
It don't matter. Because if you can't care, then the kid needs to go to the dad who has the money and financial means.
And then
care for
that's
the kid.
a whole other thing.
And while we're even on the subject, how are you out here on every single podcast talking about how you feel icky about basically pimping your body out, but you're trying to pimp your kids out?
I looked at her page because the last conversation, there are so many people. There are people that I'm going to their pages and they have some good points. Like they have podcasts and they follow her. So it just, people, I'm still the same person. You put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. They will make that shit make sense. It's like, this makes sense, She's feeling some type of way now that her body's been misused. Because I hate the statement, I allowed men to misuse my body. No, you were having sex. They were having sex. You were benefiting from it too. That you weren't raped. You weren't drugged. Nobody came in and put a gun in your head. And all the proof is all the shit she uploaded to her page. She's on there. She was on there. One of the videos is she's like, and I check all this stuff. I'm always trying to check the temperature, knowing what's going on, what everybody else is saying. Like, this is crazy. She said, people want to know my body count, but I don't know why they need to know my body count. But if you really want to know, it's 24, 11 athletes, 8 celebrities, or she was doing the count. And I think she said like 3 regular dudes or something. But my thing is, oh, you're mad now. You weren't even smart enough to shut your damn mouth. You slept with these dudes and called them stupid, got on the thing, told girls if you want to make some money real fast, to have unprotected sex with an athlete, go get the bag because they're dumb. So you drug these men's name through the mud, all of them. You stereotyped them all. You didn't say the ones you dealt with. You said all of them were. And now you want to be the victim. You're not the victim. This is a byproduct and consequence of you opening your legs and devaluing yourself. And see, then there are other women, I know they'll come for me and be like, why is it devalued when a woman does it, but when a man, because we're not men. Men don't have walls of a vagina. When you out and you opening your legs and I'm gonna be on some whole shit, I'm doing my thing, whatever it is, you can't even physically hide that you ain't out there doing that. The man's penis, when it's erect and it goes down, you don't know if he's been with a lot of people. Go out there. Yeah, go out.
Let's see, got some
having sex with a bunch of men. It's gonna hit different. Your vagina is stretched and pulled. I mean, your vagina sometimes for some people is not the same after childbirth. It's just not set up like that. It's not about it not being fair. He's a man and you're a woman. Let's look at some shit that's not fair for them. Women automatically, we get a pass on a bunch of shit that they don't. And if they ran around talking about it's not fair, women do it. Women do. You know what they tell them? Shut up and be a man. Be a man. So my thing is, be a woman. It's just not set up for you to be that way.
Yeah.
In a world, if you're out there doing all that, now you got hoe facts. You got a bunch of hoe facts, and your hoe facts, hoe facts.
Not Carfax.
Not Carfax, exactly. Hoe facts. Your hoe facts are on record. You made a record of it because you kept jumping on Instagram. So stop acting like the world, is condemning you and they don't have empathy because of your body count. No, you made it their business. You could have, Lori Harvey ain't letting everybody know. She was somebody new now. And Lori, to me, is doing the same thing that Britney's doing. She's doing the same thing. She's just not jumping on Instagram telling everybody about it. It's the paparazzi catching pictures. What is Lori Harvey known for? Don't worry, I'll wait. This is not, I mean, somebody that's contributed some major stuff to society doesn't make her any less of a woman. They're bad. I'm not here to knock them because I'm sure it's a lot of work that goes into that. I'm not staying in the gym 4-5 times a week, staying waxed, keeping my brows together.
Bitch, I wish I could be in the gym 4-5 days a week.
For them, that is their job. They are making connections with people that they might not even genuinely like, but it's like they can get me into this party, or I can be at this red carpet event. It's a cutthroat type of industry. I don't choose to switch plate. I would never want to choose for they hustle. That's what they choosing to put they sweat, blood, and tears into. But if you look at Britney and look at Lori, clearly one was quiet and one wasn't. One has a baby, and if you look at it, Lori was the future. Trey Songz photographed with Diddy. Before that, she was engaged. I think it was to a soccer player originally. She's got a lot of dudes she's dealt with. She's not on Instagram crying about, you know, I hate that people say stuff about her. No, Britney, you were sloppy with it. You were sloppy with it.
And she just laughed because she was
sloppy with it. You were sloppy with it, and because of your sloppy work, this is what you got to deal with now. She tries to make it make sense. You know, she tries to sound really smart, and it's stupid. But it's a lot of girls, and I call some of them girls. Don't slut shame her. It's like, what the fuck? I've never seen. I'm on the other side of it. They probably would say I'm pro man, and it's not that I'm so much pro man. It's like, be fair. Be fair. Why are we catering to and handicapping these women? Because if we let her get away with it, they just keep doing it. There's some consequences to this shit. Exactly. You spread your legs for the wrong guy. You uploaded too many videos. You let too many of them know what the plan was. Jillian Niece, she's with Deshaun Watson. She's doing the same thing Lori Harvey is doing. She's making food in the kitchen now and cooking and like sexy food. Jillian Niece.
Who is that?
You know, it's like once you sign up for that. I was talking to my husband, and he was saying it's like sports. He said that game is just like the football players and basketball players. They age out. You got a certain amount of time where you know you hot. You can get in there and do what you're gonna do, and then they age out, and it's a new group of them coming in. People that go play sports know that it's rules to that. They know that if they get hurt out there injured, that is a consequence of playing sports. That's a risk you take. You open up your legs and have a baby by a dude that don't want to pay. That's a risk you take. You know, you out there screwing a lot of men. Now you got whole facts. That's a risk you take. That's the title you hold now. You can't sign up for that and then be mad or come out trying to talk about I have standards and, you know, why can't people have empathy? No. I just named 2 other women that's doing what you did, and they did it better. They don't have no babies, and they still out there looking. Amber Rose got 2 babies. The dude she used to date was with Cher now. He's young. It's like you don't see her crying. Amber's still getting her back. She started with Kanye. I don't know if she was stripping before that. She's like, this is what I do. Stop fucking whining. Amber was with Kanye, had a baby with Wiz, then had a baby with this dude, got their names tattooed on her. That's what I do. She created a damn slut walk and made money from it. Like, if you're gonna do that, if that's the type of lifestyle you're gonna have, own that shit. Be good at it. I just feel like it's like, stop fucking whining about the shit. You actually went out there and you did it such a bad job of it. You had a child and you talked shit about the dudes that you were sleeping with. That was the bag. You fumbled the bag. Like, no, you just messed it up. How am I talk shit about you and I haven't even secured you giving me money every month for the baby. That's not gonna make it no easier for me to get it. I would have rather whispered sweet nothings in your ear and stayed out of the public eye and got my money. And I might have still been able to hit some of your homies around the industry. You brought all that light and attention to you. If you would have shut your damn mouth, it's so many women that are doing this. Shit, you should have. Superhead wrote a tell-all book. But Brittany is not that smart, and that's the problem. She's mad because she wasn't smart, and now she wants to come out and talk on these platforms, and they're allowing her to. I don't know why people keep bringing her places. It's the stupidest shit. It's like, why do y'all keep having her tell this story? And it's all these other women that are doing the same thing. She was just stupid. No, they're at
clickbait.
Deion Sanders had her come out and talk to his football players. I know it wasn't for free. Was she like, why are y'all?
I know, I saw that.
She giving us game. What game? This is nothing new. This has been going on. The girl that shows up to your room, the groupies, whatever. You know that if they, what they say, trap them. You keep them. Like, this is nothing new. I don't know why they try to make it like it's something new going on. It's not. You know, these women have been doing this, and they're quiet about it. She actually was loud and stupid, and now you're mad.
And the ones who are quiet about it are living a nice, happy, fulfilled life because they're getting the money that they want because they didn't talk, they didn't open their mouth, they just living their life, taking care of their kid, and the man is making sure they taken care of and making sure the kid is taken care of.
My advice to her or any woman, like I said, and just segueing back because I went all the way over to when you said, why are these men afraid of these women? When the women open their legs, they need to understand that this can be something I might have to do for life without the help of him. And he needs to understand this could go left at any minute. So I need to be prepared to be big about this. Not be big in the bedroom, be big outside the bedroom. And if she goes left, she starts flailing about. And it's really funny to me when they like go and sleep with someone like Brittany Renner, and then it's like they don't talk to me, leave me alone, I don't want to be bothered. It's like, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. Really? You really want her to act like she has some tact and couth and class? You want her to not go to her Instagram page like she was doing already before you hit her? Come on now. Really?
Probably was recording like, y'all having sex.
But I just feel like sometimes I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I'm like, does it get that bad that you have to stick your penis in anything, or do you want it so much? And these are men that have the financial means to, like, you know, open up conversation with other women. It's like, you know, your homeboys have hit this broad.
But she ain't even a bad bitch like that. For you to be like, damn, I need to hit it. But she is the basic bitch. What is this? Like,
the hurt.
Because everyone else was hitting it, she seems like a prize. It's like,
it's the herd mentality. It's like, I want to know what it's like. My 7 homeboys hit it. I want to hit it too. It's like, you don't want.
Nigga, she too good.
Well, the part that makes me laugh is you want to be elite and stand out in your game. No, but watch this. I'm just using LeBron. I'm not saying he did anything. LeBron strives to be the best so that he is LeBron James in a class by himself. It is separate, no one else, right? But you want to hit a girl, a woman that a great majority of people in the sports industry hit, at least 11. That means you could be in a room with like 2 or 3 other dudes that hit her. Where does the exclusivity, the separation, the elite, this is just mine? Like, you don't take pride in that as well. You just want to stick your penis in that everybody else has, but you want to be different. You know, you want to be on some like Kobe LeBron type shit when it comes to what you do. You want to be the only one. You want to be the big boss. That's crazy. And they show up with like the broad that everybody showed up with. They all look the same. They're doing the same thing. Claim to fame is, we know that you went out there and worked for. What did she do? Oh, she got a big. She looked good. She looked good. That's crazy to me. It really, to me, as a man, it devalues them. If I'm looking at a dude and that's what he has on his arm, it speaks volumes to me about the type of man you are. You didn't even get with someone that was smart too. She's an Instagram model. She's on IG cooking chicken in a 2-piece, making dishes scantily. That's what you got with, and you up in this tax bracket. That's what you chose to get with. So if you fall off tomorrow, she can't even help you. That says you're not a boss. You're not a boss. You're not. I just, to me, everything just went out. I was like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, I'm not a man, and I know that all men don't do that. So I'm not saying every man. I'm just saying a great majority, marketing wise, or what we're shown, do it. And it's unfortunate because if my son was an athlete, them women would hate me. They would hate me because I'd be right there and be like, if she give up them draws and you go in there, you know what you're gonna have to do. We went all left on that topic.
Hella left, but it was
oh my goodness. Wow. And what's so crazy?
So what are you diving into tonight first?
My mile bowl, because I went all left.
Well, we know that mile gonna turn spicy, so this is cool.
Let's see. In my mile bowl. The difference between selfless and selfish. And I put that in there a while ago because I think some people think that they're being selfish and they're selfless and they're being selfish. And they'll say selfish. I've met a lot of selfish people that say they're being selfless and they're not. And I'm like, do people know the difference between the two, being selfless and selfish? And so when someone is, I went over there, I invited her, I allowed her to be a part of this. And that was, very selfless of me because she didn't have to come. But she boosted the numbers at your get together.
No, that was selfish.
No, she boosted the numbers at your get together. She added energy, interaction. It's not a bad looking girl. How is that a selfless act? People think that they're doing you a favor, they're being selfless when they allow you to be in their presence or allow you to partake of things, or they want to come and be around you like it's a gift. It's like, no, you're very selfish because you're taking, you're not giving. To be around them wherever they're at, that's an opening for you. That's selfish. That's not selfless at all. Selfless. And so I was like, do people know the difference? Selfless is when it has nothing to do with you. It is beneficial to the individual or individuals that you're around, or whatever you go and do, whether it's volunteer, it's nothing, you're not uplifted, praised for it. If nothing happens of it, it's selfless. You can't walk up out of there like, they didn't even say anything about what I did. So you went in there because you, right.
You wanted gratification.
To be talked about or praised or whatever. So I just put that in there. It's not a long topic. It's just make sure that you have a clear understanding of the difference between selfish and selfless. And if you are doing something that you're saying is selfless, but seeking some sort of gratification, compensation, or you find you're frustrated because it's not going or having you attached to it after it takes off, that's not selfless. That is selfish. You're looking for something and has something to do with you. So selfish is now not selfless. Selfless means, selfless is if I go in the market tomorrow and I'm looking for somebody to bless. I want to bless somebody. I walk up to a stranger and I'm like, how are you? How's it going today? And it's good. Here's $100. Groceries on me. What's your name? You don't need to know all that. I just wanted to help somebody out today. And you walk away. Selfless.
Exactly.
Selfless. Now, when you go and give the person money, then say,
and be
it's like
recording it.
I do every Sunday sipping live. And you know, if you could get on here with me, I just want to take a picture so I can post it. Right. And
tell me how you feel.
I know you're
how
crying.
are you feeling right now?
Exactly. Right. And I know you're crying. I know you're upset about. Right. You know.
Wait.
Right.
Let me get in there with you. Let me get there with you real quick.
Act now becomes very selfish. You know.
Because why do you feel the need to have to record when you're giving to someone? Why do you feel the need? Why? Because you want the gratification of likes and comments, say, oh my gosh, you are such a good person. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, you just did it for the views. Because if you were doing something out of selflessness, you don't need your camera to give to people or to do for other people. Like, I don't care what kind of platform you have. If you want to do for others, just do for them. How do you even know they want to be on the fucking camera? They're already going through shit in their lives. And then you want to put a fucking camera in my face to show the struggle that I already know that I'm going through?
And let me say this. There are times you need to be selfish. You know, I don't want to get it twisted or be like, that is an example. So, for instance, if you get up on a Saturday and someone somewhere and you know, like, I just am not wanting to do that. I'll do more hurt than harm because I'm just not feeling like being around a bunch of people. This wasn't planned. You know, I had no desire to do it. That is a moment. It can be a selfish act, or you can be selfish with your time, protect your energy, not be nasty to other people, and you're normally not that person. And it's like, I'm gonna be selfish today. I'm gonna be selfish.
When my shit's on do not disturb on the weekends, it ain't got shit to do with y'all. I'm being selfish because I need time to recoup for my mental, for my physical, for my spiritual. But it's a whole difference than you being selfish and doing shit for clout.
And I just think that anytime you're doing anything, dealing with other people, dealing with maybe, you know, giving money away, people, time, money, that you should think about. Do I need to be selfish right now? Do I want this to be selfless? And then sometimes in between, like, you can do something where it's like, no, I am doing this. There are times where you can make donations, and there's also attached to it, they'll put you on the back of a program or something. I'm giving to this because I want to support, but also I can get an advertisement page in their, you know, in their program or something. So just wait. I say wait it too. Don't play games. Don't come out pretending that you're being selfless and you're being selfish the whole time. You're not understanding why the response that you wanted to get, and people misuse you and take you for granted. It's like, no, they don't. You're selfish. You're selfish. And what you set out to do, you're frustrated, so you're whining about that shit now. But you should have made the decision on the distinction between the two. This is a selfless act. You're not going to get anything from it. Don't be mad about it when you go do it. Or just be selfish.
That's why I always be wondering, like, when people be giving and be putting their phones on the people that's on the receiving end, it's like, do you even think how they may feel while you're putting them on the news or on the TV and stuff? They're struggling. And then you're putting that in the public for other people to know they're struggling. Sometimes that is hard on those people. You know what I'm saying? Because they be trying to keep it together the best way that they can. And you're all putting it for the whole world to see. And they're supposed to be like, oh, we're so thankful for these backpacks. Thank you so much. Da, da, da. It's like, why can't y'all, you don't know how or what the person on the receiving end is going through and how this could affect them and the people they're around or the kids and that they're around. It's like, hey, we saw you and your family on the Channel 5 News. Y'all was receiving free backpacks. Backpacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys even think about that? Because there are repercussions when the kid goes to school and the parents or the kids are watching the news in the morning. It's like, oh, we see you on the news. Hey, you ain't got no money, you broke. Mm-mm. You know?
When you were talking, I don't know, it said Journey Religion said sometimes you don't have enough to give to other people, you're human. And then I can't see the there's some I just saw they said advertisement, ego, you have a few contract opportunities and it's a wrap. The way my he said
those are in the way my vagina.
Stay.
I wish my vagina was set up to receive.
Yes, Stacey said because they're not men. That's the truth. They're not. Were you going back to your spicy bowl or your Mao bowl?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm staying in spicy. Fuck that. I'm staying in my spicy. Let me see what I'm pulling tonight. I'm over here sipping on this tequila.
You really do the happy hour for real.
This is the tequila. I finished my little drink, but I had put this other one on ice, and it ain't even enough ice in here. Don't laugh. I know I ain't got no champagne ice, but don't laugh at me. I know I should own one, and I don't. If anyone want to buy me one on Amazon, y'all can go.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at that you got two different glasses. One where you finish wine and one where you have a shot. Wow.
I have to take the shot and I put like 4 ice cubes in here so it can dilute. I have to make up for the past few weeks because I feel like I ain't drank alcohol like 3 weeks with y'all.
I can't.
Yeah, make up. Because has it been 2 or 3 times I haven't drank with y'all? Well, it feels like 3, so fuck it. I'm making up for 3 weeks.
What you got going on in your spicy bowl?
Let's see what we got. Let's see what the bitch got.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
What do you say? You be getting toasted. I know, I'm sorry. It's been a while because y'all know I was on that tea last week. I know how it was going to be this weekend after Harlow was throwing up and shit on Friday. I may have been on some espresso tonight, but look, we drinking. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Bitch, with 20 inches and everything. My face is deep. I got dressed for y'all. From the top to the waist, because I got Adidas sweatpants on the bottom, but I put makeup on for y'all. I put makeup. I went and tried to do some little barrel curls, but didn't work out. But I'm just saying, I got beat for y'all bitches, okay? Just know that. Just know that.
She was being selfless tonight. And she said,
I was being very selfless in a selfish way. Catch on, bitches. Don't play. Okay, this is a fun one, okay? I'm not even going to leave it. I'm just asked the question. This is a good one. If your partner cheated and the other woman who he cheated with contacted you, what would you say or do?
So you say if your partner cheated and you're contacted by the man,
by the woman, you know, like No Pain, where it's like, hey, my name is Barbara, and yeah, I've been with your man.
Yes,
remember that? Was that Betty Wright? No Pain. So if your partner cheated and the other woman who he was cheating with contacted you, what would you say or do? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say or do, and then you can go in. I just thought this would be funny.
I think the song you were talking about, it says, "Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. This is Shirley. You don't know me, but I know you. I heard that. I think my mom and stuff were playing that song. I know what you're talking about. What is it's woman to woman?
You know. Woman to woman. If you
that song is
ever
horrible, first of all. But I'm gonna let you make it.
You will the same
yes,
way.
At Meredith Grad, she is living her best life. She is at happy hour right now.
Can I just tell y'all real quick? I'm just really in my soft life. And I'm gonna tell you what my soft life is. Can I just tell you? Can I just tell y'all what 2023 and my soft life is? Motherfucking dreams. Boundaries.
All right.
Boundaries. So when you see me like this in all my glory, it's because I set motherfucking boundaries up. Boundaries. So when I'm in my soft season, I'm in my boundary season.
Soft girl boundary season. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, bitch.
So your question.
Cheers.
Cheers. Soft girl boundary season. You said if your partner cheated and you're contacted by the person that they cheated with, what do you say? Oh,
and
so
what
do you say and do? Okay.
And do. So you want me to tell you? Let me go and just tell y'all what I'm gonna say to you. I'm like, oh hey, what's your name? Oh, what city do you live in? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, okay, all right. Bye. And I'm gonna send all his shit straight to the address because my ass gonna get on Google and be motherfucking Inspector Gadget, and I'm gonna find her ass on Google, or I'm gonna log into the account that I got on my job and get all her addresses, and I'm gonna send his shit to her address, and I'm gonna change the locks on my door, and then leave a note on the door that's folded so the people walking by can't see, and say your shit is at 12225. You done fucked with the wrong bitch avenue.
Yeah. I see.
You know,
did anybody
the wrong bitch avenue? I'm not even lying. That's some shit I would do too. I will just find that bitch address. As much as I want to go fight her and him, I would be the one to find the motherfucking address and send his shit right over there.
Well, did anybody in the comments, I always wondered, did anybody answer that question or say anything? I mean, before I give my input, my 2 cents on it.
Because you ain't gonna let me live my best life. You gonna come with a politically correct answer.
So what you would say is you'd have the conversation with her, and your action item would be you're sending all the stuff there.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna tell her that. I just want to know what her name is and what city she's in, and then I'm gonna go do my due diligence on Google, my best friend, and I'm gonna package shit up and send it that way. And they can be together. Well, together.
I'm complete opposite to you.
Together. I mean, because I could burn some shit, but I be trying not to be getting arrested for larceny. But trust me, I done tore some shit up in my life. I'm gonna say that. But I be trying to be.
Meredith Grad said, "I will say to the woman, thank you for letting me know."
Yeah, thank you for letting me know, and I won't tell her I'm sending shit, but I'm gonna send that shit.
And Journey of a Legend said, I always look at what I did to drive her to that first, from a man perspective, of course. And Meredith said, and Meredith Grad said, and break up with the guy. And it's
fuck a breakup. He ain't
stage
just come back in.
If you still in there. Did she say anything? I didn't see that comment. It might have went past me. Before I start talking.
She said, you better say it, Elle. I don't know if that was to what I was saying.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm a little indifferent here. First of all, it depends on how long I've been with the person. And some people may say it doesn't matter, but it does. If I've only been dating you for a couple of months, less than a year, and somebody calls me, I'm on like the Ed Meredith grab, thanks for letting me know, and I'll just break up with him. Like, he won't even know that I know. I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. I would just be like, this isn't working. It's just not working. And it would be a break like when they fire you from a job and they don't give you no notice. Like, I literally would like call him and be like, reevaluating and reflecting on some things. And I just need to just do a clean break and everything. So, fresh start. And one of the things I need to do for that to happen is in this relationship with you. It's just not working. Without explanation. If he was like, well, I'd be like, it's just not. And, I just don't have anything else to really say about it. He would be clueless. She'd have to tell him that she called me and all that. He wouldn't even know. If it's been less than a year, I just would break up. Now, when I was younger, I might have been like, said something, but I'm talking about right now where I'm at now. I just let him know it's not working. If it's more than a year, and this is not a boyfriend, this is a marriage, and I'm just saying, like, I'm married to him. When the woman called me, I would ask a lot of questions. I would give her the floor because I want to get as much information as I can. So I would be like, how did you get my number? And, how long has this been going on? And I mean, do you guys meet all the time? I was completely clueless to this. I would be like oh my gosh, this is shocking to me. So I would ask a lot of questions. That probably would be a long phone call for her, because I want to get a lot of questions answered, just information I had. And then after I got on the phone with her, I wouldn't say anything to him. That's that shit you talked about last week, exit strategy. It'd be like, now how do I want to do this? Because I've been totally disrespected. Because the fact that she called my phone, not only were you out there cheating, which is a no-no, this shit made it back to me. Now, I'm not saying you should be cheating and it shouldn't make it back to me, but this shit made it back to me. She called my phone. She was able to get to me. So you were sloppy too, So this warrants a different type of attention. You're not going to get my energy where I'm like going off. I'm about to plot on your ass. I'm a plot. And so I would sit and think about how I wanted to leave slowly, in pieces. Yeah. So It would be a chess, not checkers type thing. So I would be planning how I was going to make a smooth transition. And then you are caught off guard 2 months, 3 months, 6 months from now, where you come home to an empty house and my phone is not on anymore. You don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just gone. Like, I'm on some Mission Impossible type shit. Like, that's how I would do it. Because the level of disrespect for me just to go off and yell at you and yell at her, give it emotion like that, it warrants more. Yeah, for me, you go off on the cashier at the store. Like, where's your manager? Where's the supervisor? I go off on people in traffic. Like, what the
it's almost like they call you because they want you to go off and be irate.
Well, see, I have a lot of, I don't want to say empathy, but a different type of understanding and perspective for the other person. First of all, for you to call me to let me know you're a factor in his life and you've been a secret is huge. That's just, I'm already looking at you like, damn, you had to call me to let me know that you are with my husband.
Yeah.
That's how insignificant this is. You've been a secret. He's been sneaking, hiding, ducking, moteling it. backseat, whatever it is y'all been doing, you knew he wasn't going to tell me. You knew that you had to do some underhanded, manipulative bullshit like this and call me. So just the whole nature of that, it's like, damn, I feel bad for you. Well, I really don't. I'm just saying, like, damn, you were in like the lowest of the low position. Like, he didn't break up with me and say it's just not working and go start a relationship with you where you can be seen in the light of day, where you're not sneaking, hiding. You know, he got a whole wife and family somewhere, and you had to be sneaky and get the number and call and make your presence known. And I've never had to do that. So that's why I said I don't even have no words for the woman, because it's just like, I just got questions, you know, because I'm curious. I want to know, how long y'all been dealing with each other? You know, how did you get my number? Like, I got questions. And then, like I said, the next thing, he wouldn't get that energy from me. As angry as I be, I have to be calculated. And I think anger is emotion because you care. When you devalue the relationship in such a way, and the disrespect that you show me with a stranger, that speaks volumes to me. So I as much as like my knee-jerk reaction initially, I just want to like hurt you. Like, I probably want to physically, like, you're embarrassing me. You know, just the disrespect. Why would you do something like this? I would need to inflict that same type of energy to you. So I would relish in the fact that one day you were going to come home to my, you know, depending on how I could do it, when you fucking put your key in that door and came in and it was empty, and then you went to call my phone and it didn't ring, it was disconnected, you didn't know where I disappeared to, the fucking shock of that alone would be the type of get back I would need. And it's not so much get back, it's just like, this is the compensation, this is the reward, this is the, what they say, the when they say this is the byproduct of what you did, this is the consequence of it. And you would have to sit with that shit, and you would really be like, what the fuck? And then it's so many things that can get messed up psychologically there, because let's say she called you and told you, right? And you didn't say anything, but she told him, I called your wife. What kind of messed up position he has to be in to want to ask you, did she call you, because you're not saying anything? It's just, I'm a psychology person in a sense. Like, I'm gonna make you hate and hurt yourself. You'll be dealing with you. You'll be over sweating and figuring out, sleeping with one eye open because the girl told you that she told me, but I haven't said shit. So you like, what the fuck? You're waiting for the drop, and you don't know when it's gonna come. That level of stress that you've inflicted upon yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, nuh-uh. I'm beyond the. For me, for you to send his bags there, L, that's light work. That's easy. Like, I'm not sending your bags. That's you working. Why are you doing all the work? She called you, and the only bags that need. If you tell him it's something new that you have to pay, and that's the money he's saving up to get you in your new fucking place. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really look at it like, oh, I didn't know we were playing this type of game. But now that I know, let me create the exit strategy fund that he's gonna fund, not me. And babe, I'm taking up a Pilates class, and every 2 weeks, this is what it costs. I have to have it. I have to have it. Could you give it for me, please?
And Pilates
that's
is
why I said
expensive.
Pilates. I'm doing that.
They don't even charge per class,
Right.
bitch.
I got Pilates, and then also, babe, I've got, you know, whatever your habits are. If you're,
I need that pressed juice monthly.
Yeah.
You know, that costs about $350 a month, so I can have 5 juices per
I'm
day.
dropping gems, y'all. There.
You just gotta know what your itemized deductions are.
I can give you the game, and people still won't do it because the emotion, the rage, the anger. It's like, no.
Can I just say, live your life like a business, just in general. Live your life like a business. Live your life when you're in TurboTax and you are doing your taxes. They're talking about your credits and your itemized deductions and shit. Just live your life like a business and like, you know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, you have to, because we deal with such fuck shit in life. And so I just feel like if you live your life like a business, you will always be prepared. Just like you said, you know how you was itemizing them tax credits.
Listen, I
go get your LLC on you and live your life like
for me personally, I'm only giving that type of time and energy, in all honesty, to someone I really love. If it's somebody I didn't love, I don't, you know. Yeah, I know.
Then it's like whatever. But
no, when it's somebody, and you gonna get that from me because you, distant transparency, you hurt me. You really hurt me, and I was blindsided with this woman calling me. So let me do this a different way. One, I don't want to handicap you. I want to teach you a lesson. Because for me to go off, that's not a lesson. That's quick. You know, it's like, you're with the other woman. I sent your stuff over there. You got some, now you hitting her. You over there having sex with her. You laid up with her. I'm over here bawling. I'm feeling displaced. I want to leave. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? My world shouldn't be interrupted because of that. It should be, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
On. And I'm truly hurt. That's why you're going to have to get this lesson. I'm going to make sure that if you ever think about doing this to anybody else, because what I'm about to do to you, you'll think several times. You'll be afraid to do that shit because of what I'm about to do to you. So I'm helping you, giving you the lesson. Yep. I'm also preparing you for the next person because hopefully you'll learn from this. And, you know, and I'm not just gonna, you know, disrupt my life. It's the craziest thing when the cheating happens, you always see the wife is crying and displaced and she's frustrated and she's like, you need to go, or I need to go. It's just like, they didn't do anything. You know?
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. It's kind of, look, I went kind of left on it, but yeah, that's what I would do.
But that's the beauty of it. Me and you had two separate actions of what we would do. So that gives y'all options in case it ever happens to you. You could decide.
Journey of a Legend said, who wants to do that though?
Because I know I'm going to use my business labels to get that discount.
I'm laughing at this comment. Journey of a Legend said, he said, I always look at what I do. I saw that one. And then he said, then once I see I'm at fault, then I'll just move around and be like, I'll take that L. But then I think in reference to what I said, who wants to do that though? I do. I do. I really, all men, but you see it a lot. You see more, you don't see a lot of women out in the world, you know, hurt and distraught behind being cheated on. You don't see a lot of men, I'm sorry. You see more women. They're betrayed, they're fighting with each other. I don't think a great majority, not all, but a lot of men don't understand the type of hurt that you inflict when you do that shit. It's like you are hurting a woman to her core. You went and laid up with somebody else, and the woman contacted her. The disrespect, like you didn't even tell this.
Keep that shit to yourself. Keep that bitch in check.
How about you just don't want to do it anymore? Because I was watching it was a podcast, and it was Judge Lynn Toller, divorce court. She was saying that if her husband cheated, they could go to counsel as long as he wasn't doing it a lot. She wouldn't just leave him or whatever. But she said with men, they're not set up that way. She said she's seen it time and time again. They are not as forgiving. They be feeling some type of way that you went and laid up with a man. And I don't understand that. I'm not saying every man's that way, but how could you start something with someone else and know how that can hurt your
be mad?
Yeah, but it's the hurt.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. When you love somebody, whether you wanted to go have sex, whatever, you have to be honest. It has to be a point where it's like, this is not working. I'm physically not wanting to be with you. I don't want to be with you in a relationship. As much as that hurts, it's still giving them the option. They know what's going on. To keep somebody in the dark like that is wrong. And that's the part where when Journey of Alex said, who wants to do that? I would. Because you need to know and have a clear understanding of what that feels like to be kept in the fucking dark. It's not good. Why would you go have sex or be in relationship? The part that really blows my mind is when some men are caught, they say, she don't mean nothing to me. That's horrible. So you went and were laying up with somebody and they meant nothing to you. That's what our relationship is worth. So you were risking getting caught for nothing? Like it's just stupid. It's like, you know, if you're going to go for the goal, go for the goal. You know, go for it. Start letting your partner, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whomever know, hey, this is not working. I'm trying to make it work, but it's not. That's the first thing. Well, and they can say, well, what can we do? At this point, I don't feel like we can do anything. Let them get in there and try to fight, not fight, end it with you, whatever. When you leave a person with no options, it's the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing you can do. And that is why you see so much crazy shit happen. Hey, I just planned an exit strategy. People get killed over this type of stuff. There was a man that got killed he killed the girl on Facebook Live because she told his wife that they were sleeping together. Went over, she was on live, he knocked on the door, he killed her on live. It was him knocking on the door. People, I mean, it's like, if you really were fighting for the relationship with that type of energy, you wouldn't even have to be going to jail now. You willing to kill her because she told your wife,
right?
But you didn't even fight that hard for your damn relationship. I'd rather tell who I'm with, yo, I'm starting to have a wandering eye. I'm not feeling fulfilled. I don't know what this is. You know, help me, or is there help? And then they can say, well, what should we do? Or I'm doing all I can. I'll tell you, if you tell me I'm doing all I can do and I'm still like, it's not enough, at least you know you on the outs with me right now. You know something is not working. You know it's, like, damn, she did give me a heads up that she wasn't, still present in the relationship, that she wasn't physically or mentally being fulfilled emotionally. She told me these things. It's that surprise shit that bothers me. Do not have, specifically when somebody else comes and tells me, I got a problem with that. Because I'm in a relationship with you. I'm with you. So why are they telling me something about my relationship? It's the lowest of the low. Just leave me alone. Yeah. Don't do that. Allow me to be hurt with some dignity and not be disrespected. Allow me to go through a healing of it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Journey of a Legend said, how many people can really take that type of truth? Okay, so when you ask that, ask how many people can take somebody or their husband or wife has been having sexual relationships with them. So it's still a truth. It's like, how do you want to give it to the person? If you love the person, both will hurt. You need to pick your poison. Pick which one. It's going to hurt her or him if I have to have this conversation. But at least I'm putting it on the table and saying, we need to work through. I don't want to work through. It's hard. Or it's going to hurt when she finds out this illusion of the relationship is going well, but I've been over here having sex with him or her, and it's all a lie. So the truth is going to come out. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's like, look at the level of respect and perspective-wise. Would you want somebody to do that shit to you? Would you, specifically with men, would you want to find out that your wife, your girlfriend, your partner has been sleeping with some other dude this whole time, and this dude comes and tells you, I just want to let you know I've been hitting your wife. We've been, meeting up. We be laid up. Like, you like, what? But you over there paying bills.
Doing nothing.
You in there, putting your best foot forward to be a good man. That shit don't feel good. So it's not so much as how many. It's how respectful do you want to be to the person? Because I just look at it as disrespect. How much do you value that individual, you know what I'm saying, and who they are, that you are willing to be like, I respect you enough to talk to you about this shit because I'm over here doing some bullshit. Now I'm just on some bullshit. What if somebody else sees you cheating? Now the person you cheating with knows, somebody else knows. The only person don't know is the person that you probably are professing to love. If it's not working in certain areas, fine. That doesn't mean you don't respect the person, you don't love them. It just may not be working, but you need to have that conversation with them. Because when that shit spills over from somebody else, you can't control that narrative. You let them tell the person the story first, and the only person they're in a relationship with is you. So that's how, going back, that's how I can do that. That's how I can be like, oh, this is what we doing? Because you're going to learn today. If you ain't never learned, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn with me that this is not the way you handle things. And the other person, I'm not going to say they're an innocent bystander. I don't owe them nothing. They don't owe me nothing. As long as they're not being disrespectful to, like, coming to me, because it's my spouse or boyfriend or partner that disrespected me. They allow that to happen. So I don't got no words for them. Yeah. But if they want to smoke, they keep messing with me like I'm doing something, I would let them know this ain't even about him anymore. You feeling some type of way about me because maybe you want to be in this position. Do you want to be getting cheated on? I mean, in all honesty, like, this is not a great place to be in. Whether I got the wife title or whatever, do you really want to be over here getting cheated on? You feel some type of way? Like, the dude you with is cheating on me with you. It's not prize. It's not prize.
Which means he will cheat on somebody
so
with
when I
you.
See the women fighting,
it's a cycle, girl.
Some of them
so you ain't getting nothing.
Well, that part
no better than me.
Because you throw it up and it's like sunshine, it's rainbow. Like, girl, he would never do that to me. I'm not there to explain that to them. What I am there to explain is why you coming. Why
bitch
you
ain't never
coming
ever
so hardcore with all this animosity and energy and smoke for me when I didn't do anything to you? I'm sick.
I give him what he needs. You didn't give him what he needs, bitch. Well, guess what? He over there on 3rd Ave in Vermont getting what he needs from the next person too.
Yeah, my thing is just don't bring that energy my way. You're mad with me, but I'm simply in the position that I've been in this whole time. You're the person that came into this equation. I didn't, and you have a lot of issues with me, which lets me know you're not feeling comfortable with where you're at. You want me to be upset. I don't have no problem with you. You're mad because you're the secret. I'm not about to, because I see some girls like, you're mad because I'm the wife. No, both y'all are in a bad position. You're getting cheated on as the wife and lied to and disrespected, and she's a secret. Why am I telling her like the position I'm in is so grand? No, I'm in a bad position too. So stop with all the extra energy my way. You know, maybe you're upset with him because you don't want to be a secret anymore. Maybe you want to be in a committed relationship and he didn't do that. But don't bring that shit to my doorstep. Don't bring that to me because I don't got nothing to do with y'all. Cahoots, relationship, sexual shit, whatever it is. But don't bring that to me. Don't talk to me about what I didn't do, and that's why he's over there with you. Because clearly it's something you didn't do. That's why he won't permanently be over there with you. We're not gonna have that conversation. I'm not. You know, but what I will do is put my exit strategy in the works. That's what you will get. You know,
with that extra strategy in.
Yeah, some people, they just, they be so caught up in the act itself and they're so frustrated and they're trying to either figure it out or they don't want to let go of something that they think somebody else is going to have. But
Yeah.
they're gonna have some bullshit because that was some bullshit you just had.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's hard to start over, but bitch, just start over. Fuck it. You
Well,
feel so much
what's the
better
hard
in the
part,
end.
When people say starting over, this is what I think is starting over. Is it starting over emotionally? Because that's the part that I think people find is hard. Because people,
I think, yeah. I think
okay, because I was going to say, if it's the finances,
thing.
People lose their jobs and have to start over. You know what I'm saying? People
all the time. Just get over that shit emotionally and be like, you know what? It is what it is. I got to do what I got to do. I got a job. If I got to get a second one or find a side hustle, fuck it, I got to find a side hustle. But once you just mentally are able to just release, no matter how hard it hurts, or you got to keep crying for months on end, just fucking, it is what it is. At the end of the day, once you just get on your feet and do what you got to do for you, you'll eventually feel so much better in the end. It's a transition, but it can be done, and you will feel good at the end of the day.
Too, because it's a process. Yeah, it's some process.
Yeah, give yourself some fucking grace.
You were betrayed. You know, there's trust you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some trust issues, and in all transparency, if you want to get back out there and deal with people in different manners, you need to be honest with those people that are connected with you. That I do have some trust issues.
Yeah.
You know, I'm attracted. I've been, damaged some, and I'm trying to figure that out. And I want to put that at the forefront of us meeting, because you need to know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing through this. There is a process that's happening, and how you're meeting me now may not be where I'm gonna be, but I need to let you know where I'm at. You know, so
just don't be stuck. Don't stay in shit that you don't
would rather stay, and they say and deal with the devil they know than the devil they don't. Meaning, like,
bitch, fuck that. Because the devil is a motherfucking devil, and the devil is a motherfucking lie, and I ain't dealing with no motherfucking devil. And that's on this motherfucking Chardonnay.
And on that note,
I'm back, bitches. I'm back, bitches. I hear Harlow messing at the door. I hear her at the door. She probably got her little broom and stuff hitting on the door. You hear? Yeah. She hit on the door. She's like, bitch, let me in.
Well, I'm gonna go to my spicy bowl. I'm gonna stay. Cause shit, that was spicy, but damn, I felt like that was mild.
I told you your miles be spicy, bitch. We didn't be spicy all
because it was like going into relationships and stuff. That's spicy.
It was like mild, spicy,
okay.
mild, spicy.
Should masturbation replace sex or intimacy? I feel like, I'm not going to say there are times when you should be doing this, but I think that things can happen where distance is created or stuff like that. I think each relationship, you have to figure out what the dynamics of that are and how that works for you guys. The strip club, if it's the gateway to cheating, I feel like sometimes masturbation can replace intimacy, and it can replace sex, because why would you, I'm still trying to understand all the toys on the market right now. And I will feel some type of way as a man. This is just me. We watched Twilight Zone last night. This dude, his fiance was like, we're not having sex for 6 months until the wedding, because I think that's going to just renew it and make our wedding night so, fruitful and fiery. So he's like, oh my gosh, we've already had sex before, but she wanted to wait the 6 months until the wedding. So his friend introduced him to this virtual sensual Cindy. So he put this thing on his head, and he was in this virtual world where he was having sex with this woman, right? Anyway, the woman, it's the Twilight Zone, of course. The computer is like stalking him. She's calling him, showing up on the computer screen like, I want you, blah, 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 blah. He's like, what is this? Your computer, whatever. We have chemistry. So he ends up putting a virus into the system and she's gone. So fast forward, the wife, you know, it's like, yeah, he just put a virus in the system. So he's like sighing with relief. He's going to go back home and be with his wife. And she's like, I actually just sent you a grocery list. Could you pick up a few things? And he's like, you know, yeah. And she says, no rush. So she gets off the phone with him. He's like, before he goes, I love you. His love is renewed because he was cheating with the cyber broad. And when he gets off the phone, it shows her putting the headgear on. And she's having sex with the girl. So she's like, sorry, it took me so long. I was with my fiance and they start kissing. And I laugh because my husband and I, we have these conversations and I'm like, sometimes men don't understand when a woman is not talking anymore or she's not saying anything or she's accepting a shit. That's a huge red flag. But some dudes will be like, at least she not bothering me because I'm over here cheating or I'm over here with the boys. And they don't get like, that's huge. That's
when the woman stops talking,
or
you have something to worry about.
Routine.
When she stops expressing her feelings towards anything that she was saying before and she gets quiet, and you have something to worry about. She is fucking out. You done striked out 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 24, 36, 70.
And here's the thing. Every woman is different. So if you've been with her for a while, there's shit you should just know. You should know, like, that's not like her to do that. That's not like her to start doing happy hour every week. That's not like her to be going out with girls. That's not like her to spend 3 hours at the library.
But you just thinking, oh, like, she leave me alone and not even realizing, Negro, when she stopped communicating with you about her feelings, things that she needs to talk about or anything, when it gets silent, that's when you should worry. Don't think that it's, oh, she just letting me be. No, you need to be getting your little red flag up, your little light bulb or something, because she on her way.
That speaks volumes out the door. If you have changed up, this is just sidebar, as a woman, and the guy you're with isn't saying anything, it's two things there. There's a lot being said. He don't care or he's stupid. And if you've been with him long enough, he's not stupid. So normally they just doing something else. Y'all both just on some bullshit. But I'm tying that back into the masturbation replacing intimacy or sex, because I think in relationships sometimes, you know, if as a woman, if you getting off with your toys and all that stuff and you feel like I don't even need him to please me no more, I got this, that's a red flag too. Or if you're doing it simply because you're fulfilling an obligation. You know what I'm saying? You're masturbating so much that when you have sex with your partner, your spouse or whatever, that's, you know, you already have fulfilled your needs sexually through masturbation, porn. You don't even want to be intimate. It's like, damn, I got to get him off. So let me do my due diligence because I know he wants some. And I think you got to kind of be tuned into that, because if that's happening and it's like routine, it's like the maintenance of it, that's a red flag. That's no good. And so I think with, you know, masturbation, if you're doing it a lot, can creep in and replace the intimacy, replace the actual fulfillment and fun and the connection of sex. Sex is connection. I think people forget that shit. Because you can have so much sex and be unfulfilled. You can have a lot of sex and not be connected. When you have chemistry, sex is bomb. Like, it's amazing. I think that specifically right now in the time we're in, sex is like a transactional. Like, I went, you went. And my thing is, and I'm, you know, I could have did this shit myself. I want to be, if I'm going to have sex with somebody, I want a connection. I want chemistry. Other than that, I should just be masturbating, you know? And somebody might be like, what? No. Masturbation is literally you getting off. So if you're going through the motion of like really laying down with somebody to get off, and there's no connection. And I'm not talking about connection like what's your fucking favorite color. It's you can't fake chemistry. It's like a chemistry that's there. It's the energy of it. It's some connection sometimes that's unspoken. It's like, although we have a lot in common, I just really connect with this person. Like the energy of it all. The desire to be in their presence. Like you feel that connection through sex too. And it's like people talk about soul ties. When you having sex with a whole bunch of people and you have disruption and you don't have no peace and you feeling unfulfilled, that can be you attaching yourself to multiple people. You don't know what they attaching themselves to. Mm-hmm. So I think that it should be highlighted more. I say heavily if it comes between you making a connection, it's not a connection. If that means you just going around giving up, yourself to people and you're unfulfilled, I'm gonna say baby steps, inches, not, I'm saying yards, not trying to run the whole thing, then you might want to lean towards some masturbation or some toys, because the connection is, you're not connected to anybody. You're not even in a relationship with these people. You just having sex with them. But if you're in full relationship, and you're leaning more towards masturbation, and that's replacing the intimacy and the connection, and you find that when you have a whole ass physical person in relationship with you, and you feel like that's a chore or maintenance, or it's a task off the to-do list. I gave him some tonight, I got her off tonight, oh my God, he wants me to give him head. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that. And the dynamics of a relationships are different, because I will say I've been married for 7 years, been in a relationship for 10. Sex does start to look different, and just give a little transparency and, hopefully some tidbits. There will be quickies sometimes. There will be times where you guys are just getting each other off. You're so fucking exhausted, but you do want to have that intimacy, but it's not like when you guys go away to a cabin or some shit. It's not where you might, got your come hither on. Whatever it is, there'll be different types of sex. And may be like, damn, like we really just got it in real quick and we went to sleep. Or you might be like, I don't have the energy, I'm gonna get him off. I don't even want nothing, but I want to take care of him because, I know that I want him to feel well, or for her to feel well and feel good. That's just like a whole nother topic. But going back to the core, the question I'm answering it myself, and I thought it's, you should masturbation replace sex and intimacy? I say 2 answers. Yes, it should, if that will keep you from being people that you don't have no connection with, and that disrupts your energy, your time, your efforts, because the time you spend in having sex with all these people, you can put that time to something else. But if you're in relationship, no, it should not. It should not. And if you find that it is, just like we talked about with the topic you just had a few minutes ago, communication. There needs to be a conversation that's had. It's like, hey, this is where I'm at with this. I think sometimes people forget that there's no handbook for relationships. You guys are trying to figure this thing out. You're 2 people that came together, and you're working at something. You're work in progress. You're evolving and growing as people. So it's okay to have these conversations and not know the fucking answer, but at least put the information on the table for you guys to try to fix some shit. If you're not saying nothing and you're just like, I'm gonna figure this out, or this is not the way. No, table that shit and talk about it and try to figure out, well, that's like if somebody has a stronger sexual appetite than you do. A dude may tell you, it's not that I'm not into you. This is what I got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The woman may be like, oh, no, it's not about that. Yeah. This is what I'm dealing with, right now. And this is why this is not happening. But, do we want to have it to happen more often or whatever? What are your needs? Blah, 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 But what do you think about that? Should masturbation?
I don't think that, I'm like you. Like, if you're in a place where it's a necessary thing for you to do, but if you're in a relationship, I think that the communication needs to be had, because for me personally, when I have have sex, I want to have sex and have a connection. I don't want to feel like I got to go. First of all, I don't even play with toys. Like, that's just not me. Like, it's just, for me, a toy and human connection is not the same thing. So for me, I can never replace masturbation with human connection sexuality. You know what I'm saying? If I need to get off here and there, maybe I'll figure a way. But for me, I need to have human connectivity as my sexual preference. And if my partner and I can't do that for each other, then we need not be together, and I need to go find it from another person, because I'm gonna need it from a human, not from a toy, not from my hand, not from shit. I need some, you know, that's what I need personally. Okay, I don't like, and everybody I know has toys. I done been to Hustlers and everything, with everyone picking up vibrators, rabbits, and everything, and that's just not my thing. Like, when I have sex, I rather have sex one-on-one with a person, and I rather it be with a connection. Have I had sex and just got off because I need to get off? Yes, but my preference is to be able to have sexual relations with someone I have a connection with, not on some random ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no, I'm not about to go plug some shit in and put on me and get off. Like, it's just not the same. So no, it should not be replacing shit.
Toys are not your journey. You know, you're like, that's not my journey.
Toys are not my shit.
Like, I'm sorry, guys. I know that shit, but toys are just not my journey.
Toys are not my journey. But if you want me to come and promote something else in there, like some gummy yummy panties, I can do that. I think $250 a video.
Other thing, I think it's important to have that conversation when in relationship, or before you get into relationship, about, you know, sexual levels and where you're at. Because I've seen some stuff. I was a peer educator for years, and we would do sex workshops for HIV prevention and stuff like that. And so I heard some real different stuff, like rainbow showers and golden showers and vamping, and, you know, look at your face.
I know what a golden shower is. What's vamping?
We dealt with a lot of young sex. No, you're gonna probably be like, you're gonna gross you out. So we dealt with a lot of kids, young people will find themselves in Hollywood, and they'd be out there, and what they would do, they usually would get lured out from an ad. You could be a star. However they ended up out there, they end up homeless, and so they would come into the facility that I worked at, and we would give HIV prevention workshops. So it's like, we can't stop you. We can give you condoms. We can give you education. We can give you resource and referral, right? So what I found out was a lot of people it wasn't just regular sex. We had to learn this new stuff, like rainbow showers. Rainbow showers when you're throwing up on somebody. That the smell of vomit and all that arouses them. Vamping is blood. You know, the smell of blood or the sight of it arouses the person sexually. And then, of course, you got people defecating on them, where it's like the smell of feces are being rubbed on them. Two girls in a cup. Disgusting. But we knew, we were educated on all this different stuff. And so I'm saying that because you got to know what you're signing up for. You don't just go take a car off the lot and get car payments and shit. That's the maintenance of it. And you don't know this, like, what's up? What kind of car is this? How many miles are on it? What's the maintenance? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? What kind of contract is this? All that. I think people do their due diligence with all that type of stuff, and not with other humans that they're entering relationship with. So sex definitely is going to be tabled, because I think that sexual partner, you know, I think they say as women age, they become more sexual and men become less, but I don't think that that's the case with everybody. But I think that me knowing, you know, if you like threesomes, me knowing if you are into rainbow, golden showers, if you want to be defecated on, as disgusting as that sounds, I'd rather know these things about you and be like, yeah, that's not my journey, versus me getting into something with you and you disclose this to me after we've been in a relationship or we're married and you're not fulfilled sexually. So you over here fulfilling your sexual fantasy through porn, or, you've gone off because you're ashamed and you don't want to tell, but you live in a whole nother life. You know what I'm saying? So I think the way you would do it is like, what is your sexual peak? And I say peak meaning like, what is the top thing? Like, before you get married, are these things you want to do, or these things? I was laughing. We were talking the other night about threesomes, and this is so bad. I don't know why men subscribe to this. I think it's just more fantasy, because they physically, without the aid of some type of drug, cannot satisfy two women. You cannot do it. Your penis cannot do it. So it's like somebody's going to be left out the equation. Even if you were able to satisfy both of them, at some point, your penis is not performing, so that type of sex ain't happening. So what are they doing? I think it's just the greed type mentality, or the excitement if I've got two girls in here and they're performing for me and on me. And I think that as you grow as a person, again, to each his own, the dynamics of it is, somebody I really love and want to be with, I don't want to do no fucking threesome with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to see her getting her back broke or busted up by no other dude. And we've always talked about the narrative of threesomes where it's like, always an additional girl. Remember we laughed about that like a few segments back, and we're like, nah, women need to be like, no, I definitely been eyeing your boy though. I definitely have a guy in mind. He can good. He can break my back in several places. You know what I'm saying? I think the narrative would change, because the dude would be like, you want him to do what? You got two men in there. Now they'd be like, it's a train. You see how they change the titles where it works for them? It's like, that's not a threesome, that's a train. No, it's I want a guy.
The same ass shit. It's a threesome.
When you value somebody and it's something cherished, and we were talking about that separation where LeBron is the GOAT, Michael B. Jordan is the GOAT. My dude is the GOAT. I don't want to see him breaking nobody back, and I don't want to see him performing any sexual acts on another woman. If he wanted to do that shit, he needs to do it before he got with me. You know what I mean? But that's something that I think should be talked about, because if I met someone and they're still in that phase, then that's not good for us at that point. I don't want to get off. And they put these names for everything, like I don't know if it's called a voyeur, but it's like, I want to watch my partner having sex with someone. Shit may not be a good fit. Somebody might, to each his own. Maybe somebody, be like, I've been.
That shit just being too goddamn complicated.
Life is complicated, and I don't know the curveballs that are coming. I don't need to not know what's going on. I don't need to know what's going on in my bedroom.
If you have fetishes or things, fantasies, nigga, put that shit on the table from the gate and let me decide if I'm gonna stay and deal with it or if I'm gonna go, bitch. Don't.
And I think too,
fuck that.
Even, that's where the greed thing comes in. Sometimes people will keep stuff to themselves because they want the person that's in front of them, and they don't want to tell them that because they feel like they'll lose them. I think that you're losing anyway, because at some point that shit is gonna come out. It's gonna come out.
That's selfish.
So
be upfront in the beginning, because you never know. They might be cool with it. They might want to be like, I'll explore all. And they might be into the dipping and diving and doing it.
There are too many things I already cannot control in life. We put forth effort.
That's the last thing I want to be worried about.
It's so menial or small in the grand scheme of things. Even the amount of time you give to sex, it needs to be good. I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but when you look at the things you want in a relationship, I'm not saying sex has to be on the very low part, because it should be good sex, but it definitely needs to fall somewhere in the fucking middle, because sex can't pay my bills. Sex does not give me fulfillment outside of the bedroom. Do I have a connection with this person? Can we build together? Are there support systems in place? Do we create? Is this someone I trust? Like, you need to table that other stuff, because sex is such a small part of the pie in the grand scheme of things. You know, once you guys
Exactly.
go in the room, in the park, in the back of the car, whatever your thing is, once that's over and it's fulfilled, you got life to do together. You know, I got to go do some other things. I got to go make this money. I have some short-term goals, some long-term goals, some successes, some things I aspire to do before I leave this earth. Sex is easy. I remember my grandmother told me men are like roaches.
Yeah.
When, you know, or like buses. You're going to always be able to get one of them when you can't get nothing else. And I feel like the same with men. When you can't get nothing else on the lowly or low, you can go slang some poverty dick. You can. You can go lay pipe to somebody. Poverty. Because your shit will be in shambles. And you...
Because you can go get JJ on the corner. He'll give you some poverty dick.
They try to make it like it's just women. It's men too. Women are just as sexually active and aggressive. A man can go on an app now, right, and find somebody he can slang some poverty dick to. And I say poverty because his life is probably in shambles. He don't know where his next paycheck is coming from. If he just might be couch surfing and all that. And the questions that she's asking on the apps are not even about that. She trying to get some, he want to give her some. They meet up and he slang that poverty dick, and she opens the legs to misdirection, and it's just a whole hot mess. And you go on, but it's so quick. You know what I'm saying? You're not after sex. You're not laying up with this person. You don't want to laugh. You want to leave. It's like, I don't even want to be with you. I don't know if my lights are going to be on. I don't know what couch I'm sleeping on at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm living out of my car. Whatever it is. They don't care about what you got going on. You damn sure don't care about what they got going on. That's why I said it's a whole hot mess. So factoring sex into that, while it needs to be good and fulfilling, I think it should be the lowest. It should be a lower on the list amongst the other, you know, major things in the grand scheme of relationship or life goals or successes. Like, damn, I let 20 dudes hit this. Really? How's that working out for you? You know, did your credit score go up? Because your whole facts did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, if the way you spread your legs could increase your credit score, some of us would have 900 credit scores. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that. So
you got me over here thinking about an app called Poverty Dick.
But you gotta be careful with that, because what's so funny is us as women, a great majority, we want to be lied to. We wouldn't be like, I'm not going on the Poverty Dick app. It's like, oh, you want it under the false guise, but
you want to get on the Poverty Dick app
because you want to go on Tinder or, you know, Christian Mingle or eHarmony or Hinge, whatever the app, and pretend like you're looking for a relationship when you're really looking for dick. Right, but we trying to get
poverty
right
dick.
There. Yeah.
So let's cut out the middleman.
Right.
You just need the dick. We got Jenny, Jane, JoJo, Saquon, all in the corner.
She should have her stats right there. Body type 24, 36, 30, whatever it is.
I'm a mark.
Right.
I'm a mark.
You know,
I'm a mark.
My availability to access availability, you know, go to the calendar. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit simple. And I'm fucking for free.
After I made my runs on the corner.
At least they're fucking for free. This is not even like high escorts, prostitutes, none of that.
It's like you just want the D in your life. You just need someone to break
people were more honest, it would eliminate all the other shit. The Poverty Dick app, Get Dick app, whatever it is. You on there. They know what you paid for.
Poverty Dick, when you just need to get dick down for the moment.
Yeah.
When you just need to get dick down. You pay your subscription fee. Whoever you fuck, you don't even got to pay the fuck, but you just pay your subscription fee to be on the app. Whoever you connect with to come get you dick down.
I know you're in there. They keep creating these more and more like Clubhouse and this and exclusivity and all that. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Poverty Dick, bitch.
It's Clubhouse too. Like, they got an invite.
Yeah. You're not paying for sex. You're just paying for the membership.
Exactly.
to find your poverty.
But you know what?
Okay. Pay your $39.99 a month, and we gonna make sure you find your poverty.
By Neo, lie to me, lie to me. Yeah, people want to be lied to. They want to be lied to.
Yep. And that poverty dick will tell you everything you need. Damn, babies. Baby, I love you. Baby. He be thinking y'all in a relationship, and he only just here to serve poverty.
On that app, you can get some constant poverty dick too, because you could go back to the same person, and it's no like under the false guise of or anything. It's like we know what we came here to do.
Bitch, don't make me start building the app, bitch. If y'all want a poverty dick app, put a high five.
You're ridiculous. Moneybag Yo say we hunching in the park. We hunching in the back of the car.
Bitch, because you know I come up with a whole app within 72 hours. You know I come up with a whole
But you might, on that type of app, you probably would have to have the face kind of blacked out. And they secretly can go into this room where like how in Instagram where it disappears, and they see the person's face and then it disappears. Because you know people aren't gonna put their whole face on it. Some people will, but some people like I'm not on that app, so you would have to give like some discretion, like they show their
like here's my poverty dick right here. I ain't giving you my face sheet. This is called poverty dick.
That's wild. That wasn't my spicy bowl, but it was my spicy bowl. I went all.
It was spicy. I told you the shit we be talking mild.
That was in my spicy bowl.
Oh
yeah, I love it, and we were glitching in between. But you know what? I just feel like it interrupts the flow going on and off, and I don't know. We can't control everything. And a wise guy told me this week as I was having a meeting, he was like, you know, you just do what you can. Some stuff just happens, whether it's the internet connection, their concerts where jumbotrons, he said, are wardrobe mouth.
Yeah,
wardrobe malfunction. So, you know, these make it a little harder sometimes to have a snippet of, but the people that were here, the information is being given, and we came when we did what we're gonna do. Those were good topics.
Yep, and that's all we can do. And you know, we'll hope for it to be better next week. But it's really just out of our control. We showed up and showed out,
and we planted a seed and left information. I can't deal with you.
Drank.
We left all the information on the table for you to have a different perspective, some different insight. And if it's something that you just don't rock with, as I always say, you can leave it right where you found it. And Elle, did you pin it already? If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, suggested topics, you just want to shoot us an email to, say something. You could always reach us at watchsippinglive@gmail.com. We said last week, I'll keep saying that, updating you guys. We got some things coming up this year where we're going to have the Sipping Lives Tasteful Experience. We're working on that, so we'll keep you guys posted on how that's going. And I just appreciate you guys coming, rocking out with us, lending your time, your energy. You could be anywhere else, but you choose to be here with us and hear the crazy stuff that comes off our brain. And Meredith Grady, you have showed up since the first time. We love you too. I love seeing you here. It's just such a good thing, again, when people come and give your energy, your time, your effort. You look back and it's like those are day ones. Whether you submit questions, you just come and rock out. I love it. And
we love it.
Just keep showing up, keep doing it, and just coming in a new year like a taking off with these crazy topics. Stage 21 is like, cheers, cheers, cheers. Yeah,
yes, bitches, cheers.
So hopefully you guys have a productive, safe, fulfilling week with some laughter. Yeah. Asking you guys in the beginning, like, was there anything funny that happened this week that you'd like to share with us? I love to get you guys involved in the conversation because I have my PSAs, but if it's some aha moment, some random thing, I want to do it where it's like this now because it's still intimate and it's, smaller numbers. Because at some point, however it happens, if it's more numbers, you might not be able to do that. So I want to take advantage of that. So I'll ask you guys that next week. But until then, again, have a safe, productive week, positive, filled with positivity, and hopefully some laugh out loud moments in between. And we'll see you guys again next Sunday. Cheers.
Cheers.